afternoon and welcome to Ko'olina on the island of Oahu. That's down here in Hawaii. Today we are here to look at the beautiful Aulani Resort, which is owned by Disney here on Oahu. So we're gonna go ahead inside. We've been staying here for the past 4 nights. So I wanna give you guys a tour of a partial ocean view room that we've been staying in. Gorgeous. And then also a look at like what this hotel has. Look at all different pools, the beach view, the splash pad, lazy river, character meet and greets, all the different restaurants, and really just show you guys an in-depth tour of what the Aulani looks like. So thanks so much for tuning in. Let's go look at the beautiful Aulani Resort. Let's go ahead inside. One other thing I did want to mention, we're at the front of the Aulani right now. If you walk across down here to the street, there's a restaurant over here, as well as ABC grocery store, as well as a Starbucks, an ice cream spot, a smoothie place, and a really good breakfast called Eggs and Things. So if you don't want to eat everything on property, you can come out, make a left, and then walk across the street over here, and you can come eat at the restaurants over here. So, it's not a bad walk at all. Like I just showed you where we were, so it's pretty good. So there's this whole shopping area over here, but now we'll go back inside and continue the tour. So as you pull into the Aulani, you are greeted by this beautiful fountain area, along with, you can see one building on the right, another building is over there on the left behind the trees, and check-in is actually right over there in that building in the middle. If you are here with a car and you are self-parking, that is going to be over here on your right. But if you are not and you're just getting dropped off, then you're going to head right over to the lobby building right over there, and then they'll take care of you and set you up there. So let's go ahead and head towards the lobby. And we have arrived up to the lobby where concierge is waiting to take your bags, and they can move them back to the bell desk until your room is ready, or bring them up to your room for you. So you can see valet services is here, as well as on the left, there is some Mickey waters for you. So they have 2 different types of waters that you can come and get a drink of. So let's go ahead and head inside the lobby. And right away you are greeted with open doors that'll take you outside. So why don't we go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and do the remainder of the tour. So you can walk right outside and overlook this beautiful resort. There's seatings to your left, as well as some seating to your right. And then this overlooks the remainder of the resort with the ocean out in the distance, lazy river below us. You can actually see a chip down there right now. So, and character meet and greets hanging out, but this is a look. Oh, look, there's Dale. Well, let's go ahead and turn back around inside. We'll come back inside, and from this direction we'll head to our left. But if you were walking through the front doors, you would make your right, and that's going to bring you over to the check-in area. So we'll go ahead and head towards the check-in area over here. So to your right, when you walk over here, there's some DVC desks, and to the left is Holo Holo Tours and Travels, where you can come and book an excursion if you want to, and then past the DVC desks, this is going to be where your check-in desk is, and then also bell services is back over here as well. The left-hand side is a spot for you to hang out while you're waiting for maybe your room or your parents to be checking you in. That's going to be some TVs and stuff in there. And then this way is also going to be an ATM and some telephones to use as well. And then as you make your way past out of the lobby, you're going to head this way towards the DVC desks and some other things over there. So with the lobby behind us, we now hit what's called the High-Key Lounge. The Hoku Hideaway, sorry. So this is the DVC area. A model of the Wish, then a check-in desk, and some digital art. And as we keep moving down the room, we have some more digital art. Maui's Hook is in there, and then as well as like some more artwork and things like that. There's a Mickey Welcome Home statue in there. This is where you do some meet and greets with some of the cast here that work for DVC. They also have a special Moana meet and greet there on certain days, and also other special character meet and greets specifically for members. If you're staying here and you're a member, this is the same one. Except over here, there's a Disneyland hotel model, another sales office, some more art. The actual sales office is on the right here. So that's where you would go if you actually wanted to buy or have a full presentation. And same thing over here, some more art. And then we'll make our way this way over to the elevator. And we'll continue down this hallway. There are some rooms on this floor, but the elevator bays are right over here. We also have like a little viewing area here. It is a little later when I'm filming this portion, so it's dark out now. Beautiful look out onto the resort. And now we'll go ahead to the elevators. So we just got off the elevator bays on floor 9, and turning around, the one thing I like is every floor has these very big windows that you can kind of see down into the resort. So you can actually see that is Mickey Mouse down there meeting and greeting, as long as a lazy river. And then they also have the chairs over here that you can kind of just sit in and enjoy the view. And I like this a lot. This is like very nice. You can just go to every floor and see what the view looks like. But the view, I like the view. Yeah. So let's go see the room now. Let's head into room 937. There's this nice like bird on the door. But let's go ahead and head inside. So we have been staying here for a few nights already, so it's not as clean as like it normally would be. I'll give you a lay of the land quickly. So we're in the Waianae Tower on the 9th floor. So there's like 3 separate buildings in here. This is a partial ocean view king bedroom. So this is what you get when you book a partial ocean view. So on the left, you have a conjoining door if you would need that. On the right, this is where the bathrooms are. So towel hanger here, single sink vanity, you know, with a pull-out makeup mirror there, ironing board down there, lots of space for towels. On the right is a door for the toilet in here. And then spinning to the left, this is the shower. So we do have a rainfall shower head, as well as a wand there, which is very nice for sand, as well as then a nice big tub in here that you could use with a little shelf there with some more towels. There also is the line for the bathing suits. And they also do provide shampoo, conditioner, and body wash here, as well as body cream and hand soap here, as well as 2 dental kits and 2 mouth washes as well. So this is a very nice bathroom. We were looking at either going with a deluxe suite, a deluxe studio, or the hotel room. I like the bathroom better in the hotel room compared to the deluxe studio. So turning back around, we have a closet space in here. So ironing board, iron, you know, space for storage. There's also a safe in there, as well as the other side. We do have a full-length mirror here to be able to check your fit, as well as a coffee station here. The coffee station, funnily enough, comes with Disneyland coffees. Aulani is very much in tune with Disneyland. A lot of their stuff works through that app. So Keurig, as well as Aulani plastic cups, and as well as also Aulani coffee cups that you could utilize. Ice bucket storage. Plenty of storage here on the vanity, as well as a refrigerator in there. We then do also have a king bed, like I said, storage underneath for luggage, as well as 2 end tables with plugs on both sides. Only 1 USB on the alarm clock over here, USB and USB-C over here, but there are plugs on both sides, which is very nice. Love the artwork in the room. So you have a nice little like tapestry there, as well as this nice little painting over here. In the king room, you do get a couch. This couch does pull out, so this room technically does sleep 4. On the left, we then have a table over here with 2 chairs, as well as the infamous Mickey lamp, and then the outlets does have a USB and USB-C over here as well. We'll go over the map of the resort in a minute, but then, so this is the partial ocean view room. The one thing I like about all these rooms so far, there are 2 locks that are higher up for kids safety, as well as a screen door, so you can get the ocean breeze in without worrying about birds or anything like that. But this is the view we have. So this is why it's considered partial ocean view. What I've kind of learned is if you have an island view, it's going to be down anything like 5 and 6 and below. And then once you get up higher, since you can see the ocean over there, that's a partial ocean view. And then if you have an ocean view, you're on the inside of the tower, facing more towards the ocean that way. But I honestly love this view. You get the mountains, there's a golf course over there, some of the condos and stuff that are across the way over there. The entrance to Aulani is right over that way. But this is a very big balcony from the one side. So you do get 2 chairs and a table out here. Plenty of space, but it is very nice to see the mountains with the water over there. But let's head back inside. The other thing that I do really like about this room, you do have a fan, as well as the TV. They're just like the TVs at Disney World or Disneyland or Disney Cruise, where you get all the Disney entertainment and everything. So yeah, pretty good. But now let's look at a map of the resort quickly. So this is what they give you when you check in. It's a look at kind of where everything is. So like I said, we're over here in the 30 to 47 building. This is the main entrance here. You have the lazy river, a couple different pools. We'll go to each one. This is the lawn garden over here. All that good stuff. Tons of restaurants, and then the beach up here. So it is a very big resort. So let's go ahead and walk the rest of it. So far, all we've did is we've come this way and then walked up to the room. So now I think we'll do is we'll go downstairs, because the only thing that's over here is rooms. We'll walk all of this, we'll come back, and then maybe we'll like finish this part here. So yeah, let's go ahead and see the rest of the resort. But this was a final look at a partial ocean view room, king room, here at Disney's Aulani Resort. It's been very nice, very spacious. Alrighty, so we've made it downstairs now from the room. We are on the, I think it's the Wale Tower, and this is kind of what it looks like when you hit the first floor. So if you make a left, you head back over to Makahiki, the restaurant over there, but to the right is everything else that's out here. So we're actually gonna head to the right. We'll go to, I think it's Ulu Cafe, and then we'll show you guys some of the pools and things like that around here. All right, so making the right out of the building, the first thing we are gonna come on to is a DVC desk, as well as the giant splash pad over here. We were just walking next to the hotel on the right. So everything basically is gonna be in the middle. So this is a big splash pad area for the kids to play at, giant jungle gym, all of that fun stuff. Really cool area. All the pools here are open till 5, except 3 pools are open till 8. So hours are different. There is also cabanas here that are available for purchase. As we continue walking down, we're gonna run into Rainbow Reef. Rainbow Reef is it's a fish exhibit, basically. It's a reef, they've created one. And you can do fish feedings or scuba diving, snorkeling, things like that. So that takes place up over here. I'll get you guys a better view. So you can see all the fish down there, and you can come in and snorkel in here. Up top here is a little seating area, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna head towards Ulu Cafe first. So let's go ahead and head into Ulu Cafe, which is at the end of this building on this side. So Ulu Cafe is the quick service option here at the Aulani. It is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. You have coffees here on the left, picnic tables here in the middle. That is going to be where you're able to wait for your food if you mobile ordered, or also once you order your food, they'll bring it out to you out here. We do also then have soda machines for the refillable mugs, as well as ice machines. But inside, we can come in here and look at the menu. Here's a look at the breakfast menu and then the all-day menu. So different things depending on the time of day. And then you also have some dinner entree specials specifically, and then create your own pizza. We do also have some beers and salads all in here, just like any other Disney resort. Water, sodas, things like that. Over here is a Dole Whip stand, a Poke Bowl stand, a Power Bowl stand. But also you can get popcorn back here, so you come and order that here. But everything else is going to be actually over this way, where we have fruits, some desserts in here. So we have a cookies and cream cupcake, cookies and cream cheesecake, and Mickey cake. This is a Aulani cake, a pineapple mac nut cake, a coffee cheesecake. Those types of things. And we have some muffins and pastries and things like that over here, as well as then the 2 different refillable mugs. So you can get one of these guys. These are $27. They work for your entire stay, as well as you can bring them back and use them again. There's no like additional charge like there is at Disney World. Or there are these 3 here.
Yes, last day.
Where's home to?
New Jersey. Far.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
So those are $38, but they're a lot nicer. I like those a lot better. But yeah, this is a look at Ulu Cafe. Making a exit out of Ulu Cafe, to the right is going to be the Wailena Pool. The Wailena Pool is an adults only area of the resort. You do also have a pool bar here that they serve food at, but this is a quick look at the adults only pool over here. There's some seating and more cabanas back there, but that's really the end of everything on the right. if we continue to work our way around the pool bar and down, let's go this way. Working our way down, we will run into the Cove Pool, which this is a lot of people's favorite pools on the resort foods, which is down over here. This is very hard to film. So we've made our way down to the Cove Pool. You can see because the cove over there is the hot tub under there. But the cool thing here is the infinity view. We then do also have, this is where you can get wristbands and towels over here. You do need wristbands for every day you are here. You have to go back to the table to make sure you get your wristband to daily to use the activities and the pools and the beach and all the stuff like that, which I think we're going to walk down to now. So this is one of the main beach entrances here. And I'm not going to walk fully down there. I just wanted to give you guys an idea. But this is the beach area. The hotel right there, that's the Four Seasons. So they do share a beach with the Four Seasons. But this is all Disney Beach. Right next to here, this is a place you can get drinks and snacks if you're down on the beach and you don't want to walk all the way up. But this beach was awesome because they have it built up as a cove. You can definitely, there's no waves, so it's very nice and gentle. There is some fish in there, you can snorkel and do things like that. I know I said I wasn't going to go down here, but here we go anyway. But this is the beach. You also have paddleboard rentals, as well as sand toy rentals right over there. You can get those. I know paddleboards are $50 per hour. And then I don't know what the other ones are, but that's kind of a look down here at the beach. Right up there, those are adults only hot tubs that are infinity hot tubs. So those are pretty nice as well, but we'll work our way back up the stairs. Working our way back up the stairs, we'll hit the main pool here. This is the main pool that everything kind of splashes into. That big rock fixture there is where the water slides are. So the entrance is actually right over there on the right. So as we continue around, this right section here is going to take you back more to the beach. More seating over there. As we continue this way, we're going to run into Off the Hook. Off the Hook is one of the restaurants here you can eat at. It does breakfast in the morning where you can get Mickey waffles and things like that. It's more quick service, but it's seated dining for lunch and dinner. So that happens all right there. So with Off the Hook on our back, the entrance to the water slides on our left, this pathway here will take us back around towards the lobby area. But if we make a right over here, we come across Auntie's Beach House, which is where you can drop your kids off for different activities throughout the day, some paid, some non-paid. But that's where everything will be over here for kids' activities. And then as we keep walking straight, we're gonna walk into Ama Ama. Ama Ama is the like really nice restaurant here on property. It's only open Wednesdays to Sundays from 5 to 8:30. So it's closed Mondays, Tuesdays. But it's a 4-course menu starting at $135. You can get an additional wine pairing for $75. But here's a look at the menu here. I would definitely recommend getting reservations for here if you want to. But the big thing about Ama Ama is we'll walk in here while it's closed. It is the only restaurant that faces the beach. So this is where you would check in. It's resort casual, so you need a skirt or a nice shirt on or things like that, but this is what you walk into. So very nice restaurant right along the beach here. So really nice place. We didn't eat here on this trip. We didn't really like the menu. It is very heavy seafood, but a lot of people really like this place. So definitely recommend it, probably for a nice date night or something like that, because I really probably wouldn't bring my kids here, especially for a $135 menu. But, so we're back out to Auntie's Beach House straight ahead. This way, I'm not going to walk too far this way. The only thing that's over here is the back end of Auntie's Beach House. There's a Stitch statue that'll show, and then there's a nice lawn area that I would assume they do weddings and stuff at, the Holloway lawn. I'm not going to walk over there, it's pretty far. But here's Stitch. But that's all that's back that way. So now what we'll do is we'll continue walking back towards the front of the pool area towards the lobby. So let's go ahead and head back this way. Continuing on, we are now on the right part of the hotel. If you're looking at the hotel left when you first enter, we're walking next to the lazy river here. So you can see that all in there. This is where all the foliage is, and it's a very nice place. But everything else on this path, there's nothing else really here. There is a model for DVC that you can see. It's a 2-bedroom. If you would like to, you can make that right up where that sign is, where that lady is. And then the only other thing that usually happens over here, which I don't know what time it is right now, But this is usually where you line up for the character meet and greets, because they meet in 2 spots. One of them is going to be up here ahead at that umbrella, and then the other one is the koi pond. So those are the 2 spots that you can get character meet and greets, which we've seen a ton of Ren characters. I'll put some photos of them in right now. While I'm over here, I figured it'd be a good idea to sit, like actually show a layout of where we are. So right now we're made our way all the way over here. This is where we entered here at the lobby. Our room was over here. We started here, we walked down over here to the beach, and now we're walking all the way over here. And then lastly, we'll be back right down through the middle to show you guys some more things there. But this is an overview of everything that Aulani has to offer. So continuing that way would bring us back to the front to the koi pond. I'm actually going to make a left here and take the bridge back to the middle. But we can see that people are waiting for characters. And it looks like I can't see who they're waiting for. You know what? Maybe we'll loop. Let's loop back this way. So entering in there, that's going to be the Makahiki restaurant. We'll take a look there later, but that is all what is against here. But usually one of the character meet and greets is like right here in this area, right next to this statue area over here. And then the other one is going to be the koi pond, which is where all these guests are waiting right now. I'm not sure who they're waiting for, but they're waiting for someone who will meet right there. And then, like I said, you can see into the restaurant here. So it's fun in the morning. If you're not doing a character breakfast, you can still walk this way. And you'll be able to see the characters in there interacting with guests. So pretty cool spot. All right, now I think we're going to go back to the bridge. I just wanted to see if we can see if any characters are out. But this is the path that then connects to the other side. So we're now on the bridge that goes over the lazy river. There's a hot tub that way. Continuing on, you can see the other lazy river over here. There's another entrance to the other slide. So there's 2 slides up there, like you saw earlier. The regular body slide and then also a tube slide. But we're going to continue to walk this way now, straight through the middle of the resort. So right there where the tents are, that is another check-in area for wristbands and also for towels. But what I will say is in the morning, this one is very busy. I'd recommend going to Rainbow Reef. The other thing is after 1 o'clock, you can get the wristband for the next day. So that's helpful too if you don't want to wait in the morning. On the right over here is a little like peekaboo into Rainbow Reef. So you can see all the different fish. And sometimes when there's people snorkeling, you can see them in there, but that's what this is. We'll pop out of here. On the left is going to be Lava Shack, which basically has some swim stuff. So there's towels, bathing suits for purchase, ice creams for purchase. There's also another soda fountain over here that you can use to refill. But there's different bathing suits and stuff like that in there. That's all that's really in there. Some of the bathing suit stuff. Popping out, we walk into the Papalua Shave Ice. I'll put a clip of the shaved ice in there. But that is where you get the shave ice. It's $8 for the Mickey ears. You can also add condensed milk for $1, vanilla ice cream for $2, which you get 3 flavors. And then over here is Mama's Snack Shop. Mama's Snack Shop has the additional things that are basically on the menu. Chicken fingers, fish and chips, coconut breaded shrimp. And they also have corn dog bites and mozzarella sticks. You can see by the menu there. You can then take this bridge to head back to Ulu Cafe, or you pop this way and you make it yourself right back to the main pool. And that is basically a full resort loop. I mean, that's basically the whole resort. Like what we'll do is we'll make the right up here and we'll end up back at the bridge where we made down to the beach. So that's basically a full look at the Aulani resort, from the outside at least. We have more to do inside, so let's head back inside. So down the stairs from the lobby, we run into Makahiki. They have a 3-course dinner that is $85 per person, and they also do the character breakfast in here. So that's going to be this way. We'll walk in there in 1 second. Back here just takes us back to some rooms, and there's some history and stuff about the island. The photo pass desk is also back here as well. You can take the elevators back up. But for now, let's head into Makahiki, and I'll show you guys a little bit about this restaurant. When you first walk in, you have some different art sculptures and things of that nature over here, followed then by the waiting area over here. Past the waiting area, we hit an alcohol area, as well as then the buffet that looks like back here, and then the main dining room back over here. So let's look at Makahiki again. Character breakfast in the morning, and then 3-course dinner, $85 in the evening. So back at the lobby, this is the entrance over here. So we are gonna come in and make a left now. And on the left-hand side, we'll head towards the shopping, as well as the conference center, and also some historic artifacts over here. So we have historic artifacts over here on the right that tell us all about Hawaii, the hukule, the model, the voyaging canoes, and all of that fun stuff. So that all happens all over here on the right. And then if we turn straight ahead to continue on, we'll run into Kalapa's store, which is the Disney store here on property, which right now they have Halu Ala Hui, which is like their Halloween merch. Super fun, but it's unique. As well as other merchandise things. So we have t-shirts, ceramics, specific lounge flies, Duffy ones, ears over here, spirit jerseys, t-shirts, more t-shirts, dresses. What else do we got? Kids t-shirts over here, but they don't have any small sizes, so that kind of stinks. DVC specific things, basic 2025 merch, some other spirit jerseys, and then let's go ahead and head to the other side. We have, assuming this is like their new section, so bags, and they have specific stuffed animals. That's a mini one. Matching shirts, keychains, and then now we're gonna hit the interesting stuff. So, Moana section. So all this stuff is back in the parks, but then we hit the Duffy and Friends section. So that's super fun. So this is all Ulumau, who's the turtle with the ukulele. It's big here in Aulani. We also see him at the Polynesian. But then we also have Duffy and Friends over here. So this is Stella Luna, and then this is Coco. Who is she? She's Coco. Cookie Ann. So they have some of her. We were hoping they would have a Sheila May. They don't. They only have her in this. But they are here. Duffy and Ulumau and Sheila May are all here. We have Christmas ornaments over here. Super fun. More Ulumau. And then we hit the Stitch section. Back over here. Some more Friends. These are all basic Friends. The other side of this picture is going to be the Aulani specific. Over here we have some more ceramic things, salt and pepper shaker bowls, sour bowls, things like that. And then we'll run over here to towels and branded rash guards. A bunch of different ends there. And behind me is going to be, here are other things. So waters, sodas, milks, alcohols, frozen snacks, chips, breads, you know, things like that. But then we have the specific like shortbread cookies and then the treats over here. But that is a look at everything inside the main store here. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep moving. So past the store, right next to the stairs that bring you downstairs, there is Hale Manu Fine Apparel and Gifts over here on the right. Before I do that, I wanted to come over to this little alcove where there's restrooms and also payphones. They're no longer in service, but there are payphones over here. That's pretty cool. Does this one have a dial tone? No, no dial tone. But that's pretty cool. Okay, let's go into Hale Manu. This is like the more upscale clothing. So Tommy Bahama, Peter Millar, Artworks, Vera Bradley's. What are these? Kate Spades. Oh, these are Dooney & Burke's. Some dresses. Some Tommy Bahama stuff. A bunch of birds up there. some more Tommy Bahama, Peter Millar photos, some artwork, some more. That's Tori Richard over there in the corner. Pandora over here, which there's nothing special for Aulani, we looked. And then the spa collection. And then over here is the golf stuff. So you can get Aulani golf ball, hat, or some Peter Millar polos. So, pretty cool. So now we'll work our way out of here. And the only thing down this way is going to be more hotel rooms. So I think it's gonna do it for the tour. Yeah, that's just hotel rooms down this way. So I guess we'll wrap up. I want to give my thoughts about the Aulani, and then we'll call it a video from there. One other thing that I wanted to note is in Hawaiian culture, you want to put your lei back to the island before you leave. So on the last day, everyone dumps their leis on Stitch. Give it back to the island. So it is the next morning. It is our last day here at Aulani. We're actually leaving in like an hour. I know this video had some clips from different parts of the day of when I filmed different tour aspects, but I really appreciate you guys making it to the end. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. It was a lot of fun to film. We had a great time here at the Aulani. If it wasn't 10 hours away from us in Florida, I think we'd be here a little more often. But that's the thing, it's super far away. And now I think we've done every Disney vacation you can do. We've done the cruise, Aulani, Disneyland, Disney World. We haven't done the international parks, but similar things. And I do have to say, I think my favorite Disney vacation is going to be Walt Disney World, just because of the variety. You have so many different types of food, 4 different theme parks you can go to, 2 different water parks, 18 different resorts to look at. You can go to Disney Springs. You can even go to other places in Orlando if you really wanted to. And it's just, there's so much more variety that you can choose from compared to like Aulani. There's 5 restaurants here. After 4 nights, like you kind of eating the same food. So I spent a fortune in food here. It was great to come and relax and see everything, similar to the cruise, same thing, but I just coming from Disneyland, being here, just doing a cruise last month, like I'm aching for that week-long Disney World vacation where you know what's gonna happen, and I can't wait to hopefully plan one of those soon. But this video was fantastic to make. I highly recommend Aulani if you can get here. I think we got here on a Disney Visa offer. It was like $565 a night. For the room that we are in, but also DVC and things like that. I know it's 175 points for an Ocean View room here, Ocean View studio here at Aulani, for those who know DVC stuff. So yeah, but all in all, thanks so much for tuning in. We had a great video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Bonus footage, Aulani at nighttime. And I know the camera's not picking them up too well, but the stars out here are amazing.